Good morning and welcome to the Alleyne School CVQ Career Showcase 2022. Today, to open this ceremony, we are going to have our principal, Reverend Stephen Scott.
Good morning to everyone, and let me say welcome to the CVQ Career Showcase 2022. I want to thank Mrs. Lucas as well as Mrs. Lynch and all the others who have come together to make this a success. As the presentations are made today, third years and the fifth years, indeed this is your opportunity to see what is out there for you to engage in as you progress throughout your lives. What you do now will impact what you do later. So it's not just living from day to day and just studying the subjects now, but as you prepare to go to the fourth year, third years, and you will make your choices, we saw it fit to have this arrangement so that you can see what is available to you. And this is part of being an effective school where the school and the external community comes together. So you'll be exposed to a myriad of choices and opportunities which are available to you. And I hope that you'll be excited by at least one of them so that you can determine these are the areas that I want to follow. And in so doing, as you make your choices next year, third years, and the fifth years as they make their choices as they go forward after leaving us after the fifth year to go to the tertiary level or to go into the world of work, that something here would inspire you as to where you should go. So please take advantage of what is being offered here today from the various displays that will be here. Ms. Lucas, I'm sure that she will tell us about more of them. And I'm sure that the Ministry of Education is happy that we are engaging in this because the CVQs are an important part of what we do in our educational sphere here in Barbados. So God bless you today as you go through today. Take advantage of it. Ask all the questions. Sample if you can sample. Try to see if you can get the presenters to give you more information, and then engage your parents so that we can go forward together. So do have a wonderful day today. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Scott. And now we will be addressed by Mr. Henderson Wilcher, who is an education officer who is responsible for CVQ Secondary. Please welcome Mr. Wilcher.
Good morning, everyone. A very good morning to the principal, deputy principal, staff, students in the media, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here with you this morning. As Mrs. Lucas mentioned, a few years ago, I will be in the same position you are right now, being a student of the Alleyne School. And I must say, I had the best time of my life being a student at the Alleyne School. Certainly, still, but the best school in my book in Barbados. Okay, at the third form level, I was basically in the same position you are in at this point in time, where I had to make a choice of a career. And being a cadet at this school, I would have started in third form, and then by fifth form, I would have been the first sergeant major at the school, as a cadet. And my career choice was the Army, and in particular, the U.S. Army. But then I decided to teach for a few weeks, because I left school, I went straight into teaching. And at that point in time, I started teaching at a senior school. And then it changed my career path because of a statement a young man made to me as a student. So choosing a career is very important, but at some point in time, like I did, you may be, for one reason or another, choose a career path that you didn't intend to choose, but indeed you have choices that you can make. So today, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, technological, and vocational training. I wish to commend the principal, staff, and all those involved for seeing it fit to have this program today. I think it's very noteworthy and very worthwhile at the third forum level, where you have to make your choices in terms of a career. Now, the CVQ program has an inception in 2009 in a number of schools, and today, all 21 secondary schools offer CVQs. So CVQs are not peculiar to students who have less academic ability than those at the higher level, or different schools rather. All schools are the same, are equal when it comes to CVQs. And this program is one of the most important programs we have in the school curriculum in terms of the certification, because it is the closest we get to actually preparing students for the world of work. By that I mean there are some skills, what we call, the new word for these skills are called transversal skills, which involve things like your problem solving, your critical thinking, and basically all the core skills you need to get into the world of work. What this certificate does, it not only trains you or develops in you the skills you need, the knowledge you need, but also the attitude you need for the world of work. And you'll find that most employers are more impressed when you have good attitudes than when you have the skills that are needed for the job. So I want you to, as you go through today and interact with the presenters and the persons who have set their booths, that do indeed grasp whatever you can, as the principal mentioned, and quiz them about the jobs or the careers they have chosen, and make sure you have an idea as to what you want to get into. I also want to encourage you that don't let it be the only method you're going to be using to choose a career. When you go home today or over the weekend, you have a couple of days home from tomorrow and Friday, research your career area. Go onto the Ministry of Labor's website and check to see those careers or those jobs that are available. Very often we have persons choosing subjects or studying in areas that really and truly there are not many jobs available in that area in Barbados. You might find that you might have to work overseas. So you want to choose your career path carefully to ensure that when you've completed your 3 or 4 or 5 years of studying, that you can indeed be part or find employment in the area that you really want to be in. I'm sure you're going to have some exhibitors here who are self-employed, and that's also a viable way of committing and also contributing to national development. So I want you to choose your career carefully. So I want you to, when you're choosing your career path, check on the subjects that you need for the career you're going into. So by that, I want you to go on the ministry's website, and I want you to look up the 6th form schools, and then check for those schools and see what are the prerequisites for those areas that you want to study. So if you want to go into green engineering, which is offered at Common Mayor, or even your own areas offered at Alleyne School, check to see what are the prerequisites. And then go past that and check to see what the universities require and what's required in the world of work. Along with this, I want you to continue to work on your volunteerism, because when you go into the world of work, universities and colleges, they're more interested in what you are doing as a person in terms of volunteerism, along with your career choice. Most persons will have the same degree or master's or associate degree, but what will separate you from those persons is what you do for what you've done for your school, what you do for your country. Do you volunteer to help old persons in the community? Do you volunteer to assist in cleaning beaches and so forth? So I want you to couple your career choices with your education in terms of what you're going to study, you'll be studying, to make sure you are a rounded person, that when you do go into the world of work, you'll be able to make that contribution to Barbados and to national development. Finally, I just want to thank the exhibitors, those who are showcasing their careers. I do want to thank you for taking time out to come and be part of this worthwhile activity, and I'm sure the students will definitely benefit from what you have to offer. So on behalf of the Ministry of Education, I do want to thank you for being here this morning as well. Okay, so with those few words, I just want to wish everyone a great and rewarding and successful career CVQ Showcase. Thank you very much.
All right. So this morning, we have a variety of areas for you. We have areas in agriculture, barbering, cosmetology, building and construction, crop production, culinary arts, electrical installation, entertainment and events technology, and mixology. And we did try as much as possible to see if we can have old scholars, Alleynians, who have their businesses or who are involved in these areas to come. So I want to tell you that many of the persons who are showcasing, the exhibitors, are actually Alleynians, and you can be very proud of that. And we wanted to do that so that you can have something to aspire to. So when you go around, the Beyond Sushi, she's an Alleynian. The mixologist, Philip Casanova, I don't know if you all watch anything on TV, you should see him. He's very charismatic, and I'm sure that you will enjoy that. Alleynian. There's actually your head girl here, if you can look around. She has her own business in Fifth Farm, and she is going to be showcasing here as well. And there are other Alleynians here among you. So I want you to make sure that when you are speaking to the exhibitors, you can engage them about their experiences here as a student, so to give you something to look forward to.
Hi, my name is Delano Blackman. This is Red Lab. We do 3D printing, 3D design, and we also make silicone molds. We make a wide range of products. We make functional parts, so we can make certain vehicular components. We can make parts of machinery. We do some work with local manufacturers around the island. We also work with soap makers, so we make soap stamps, silicone molds. We also make candle molds and a whole wide range of products. We're here at the Alleyne School today at their CVQ Showcase, trying to educate the students about what subjects they need to get into careers like this. For example, mathematics, physics, technical drawing are the baseline for 3D printing. Mechanical engineering is a broader section of the whole idea of printing and engineering. In terms of working, I would say the most important parts about getting into the world of work are having a good attitude, being able to teach yourself some stuff, learning on the job, being able to work with others as well. And that is basically it. I hope that all the students do well into transitioning from school into the world of work.
My name is Nicola Best. I am the owner and chief designer at Jacoria Designs. I'm also a joiner by trade. Over the last 2 to 3 years, I would have started woodworking. Not really because I had to or because I was trained to do it. It was just a passion, a love. So I would have gone into first making posters from pallets and building stuff from pallet wood, recycling wood. Then I got into actually building furniture and using joinery. During school days, I was not really interested in woodwork. I was more into studying business or, the more book subjects. I wasn't really into working with my hands. My life took a different turn, different road, and then I got into, trying to find a way to sustain not only myself but a baby. So I got into graphic design and woodwork. So then I combined both aspects of the business and started a functional art company, basically, where I took the art, the graphic design, and added it to cutting boards. I started adding it to double note tables, then to furniture. You need math because you got to calculate measurements, heights, dimensions, radii, stuff like that. But you still got to use physics because you got to make sure that if you're creating cantilevers or something that's floating, you got to know if it can hold weight, bear weight. So I technically use my integrated science CXC for that. Polytechnic also offers a great joinery course, which I did the training initiative with the government a couple of weeks ago, 12 months ago really, and I did joinery with the Polytechnic to get the certification. So that would have expanded my knowledge base. So TBET Council and Polytechnic are great avenues to take if you're interested in doing woodwork and extending, but it's really about the skill that you have within you and passion. It's just about picking up something and trying it. You just gotta try it. I learned to do pyrography from watching YouTube videos and Instagram videos. So I didn't really have a knowledge, and there's not really a knowledge base in Barbados to learn it. So it's about trial and error. In terms of creating the paste waxes and cure waxes for cutting boards and furniture, It was, they're tried and true recipes all over the internet, but you have to find the one that works best for you. So right now I'm the only person who creates cutting board and furniture care waxes in Barbados. So it's about becoming a pioneer really in your field, setting your best foot forward and setting by example. You don't have to let the situations around you, the area, the environments around you dictate and control what you do with your life. You could live in one of the worst neighborhoods in one of the worst areas, but you can take your passions, your creativities, and it can excel you and propel you forward into exploring new heights.
Bonjour, nom moi c'est Donna Raphael.
Allô, bonjour tout le monde. Moi c'est Rohai et moi là avec Donna.
Moi c'est Omun Domniche. The name of my business is Sugar Crush Confectionaries, and we started in 2013 back in Dominica.
We came here today to show off the lovely treats that we have made. We have tarts, pate banana, and coconut cheese, also known as coconut fudge.
It was very hard for me to get a job at the time, and so I decided to put my skill into use, and I started this pastry and confectionery business where we make tarts. These are the tarts. We do coconut cheese, or you probably know it as coconut fudge. This is a pastry called pate banana. It's a pastry made with plantain and cinnamon, and we have coconut rolls. Also, my advice to students who are interested in starting their own business would be to go for it. You know, find out what you are passionate about, what your gift is, and you use that gift to open doors for you.
So we just want to advise the students to do what you have to do. Study well, go to school, learn, and if you cannot find a job in the business world, try and open your own business. Do what you have to do to try and help yourself, because life is not easy. So when you get out there in the business world and no one is hiring you, try and help yourself and start your own business, just like we did.
My name is Tamira Moore, and the name of my business is Beyond Sushi. I was a chef for 14 years, and I love art and I love food. So sushi was my #1 choice when I wanted to start my own business. Maintaining a business is hard, but once you are dedicated to what you do and you love what you're doing, you will see that you can overcome many of your obstacles when you're doing your business. If you would like to become a chef, you can stick to home economics in secondary school. For me, when I left secondary school, I went to Polytechnic for food and nutrition, and then I did culinary arts at BCC. Going to the Hospitality Institute really helped me in shaping my business. I learned so many life skills and business skills when I was going to the Institute. It would be a great choice to further your career if you want to be a chef. You can go to any of the 2 schools and get a better education so that you can do great when you're starting your business.
Hello, my name is Zakia Sandiford, and the name of my business is Z Street Treats. The business started off of a craving during the first lockdown, and I started to play around with certain treats, and then I decided that I wanted to officially start my business. If I was to give advice to anyone my age, I would say if you have a dream, go for it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it because you're too young. Some skills that you would definitely need to have are time management, patience, and you can also look into doing home economics at school or watching cooking shows, because those really help me. And then you can also try some stuff on your own. To contact me, you can either go to my Instagram at Z's_sweet-treats, or you can call me at 241-6344 or 249-1825.
My name is Daniel James. The name of my company, our business, is called Beyond Lighting. Beyond Lighting gets its name from 2 aspects. One, the lighting aspect. As you can see here, one of our business's greatest aspects is the lighting segment. We mostly cater to any kind of event, birthday parties, fetes, weddings, any sort of thing, we do lightings for. We have lightings for all occasions. We have lightings for signs. We have lightings for kids in toys. We also have lightings for everyday use in the bedroom, anything at all. We have some for the house, for LED lights, for outside security, and still some for gardens too as well. The other aspect of my business, which comes from beyond lighting, would be the electrical installation, which it goes not just lighting, but beyond lighting, there's the electrical aspect. So in the electrical aspect now, we also work on fixing houses. We wire up houses, buildings, schools, any sort of activity you need that needs to be wired up. We can do it from the beginning, we can do it after it's been finished. We work as electricians too as well, which is where it goes from just lighting to beyond lighting. We have the electrical aspect too as well, where I have been working in the electrical firm for about 7 years now. I started in my years of Alleyne School. I went to school here at Alleyne too as well. I started electrical installation in 5th form actually. I was keen to always a hands-on experience. And my teacher from Alleyne School, he was my electronics teacher, and I found out that he had a business too as well. So sometimes before school, during school at lunchtimes or after school, I would also go in the room and see if I can go and get some more hands-on experience because it's something that I love. And then eventually I found out he has his own business. So one day I asked him, sir, is it possible I can come on one of your businesses to learn a little bit more, even if it's just to get a little bit more hands-on experience? He told me, okay. I went to my first job, and instead of me just watching from afar and observing, he told me, James, wire up these couple plugs. And before he can get down and get his things and put back up, I had the plugs done wired up, and he was shocked. From there till now, I have been working in the electrical firm. It has been interesting. It has its share of challenges, but it's nothing you can't overcome if you're keen or if you enjoy it. Let's be real. No one enjoys doing anything that they don't like to do. If you don't like to do something and you're forced to do it, it seems as though it's a challenge. But for me, it's something I love, so it's something I picked up fast. And since then to now, I've always had a love for electrical, and I've learned a lot and gained a lot. So for any person who is interested in electrical, go ahead. There's nothing you can do besides start. Once you start, you will know if it's something you're really interested in or if it's something you don't like. If it's something you're interested in, don't give up. Even if there's times that's challenging, don't give up. Always try. If you can't get it by yourself, ask a teacher, ask a friend. There's always someone that can help you. Don't give up on your dreams. And if it's something else other than electrical that you want to do, anything in a different field, say cooking, barbering, teaching, they will always have a share of challenges, but do not give up. Anytime you feel as though you hit rock bottom, always ask a teacher or a friend for help. They will always help. Some people or some friends might try to bring you down, but if it's something that you're keen on doing, don't give up on it. Keep doing it, and it will one day let me show you something that you would really want to do.
Hi, my name is Kenon Porter. I'm doing my second year at SJPA. And I'm doing the plumbing course. And today I'm going to show you how to fusion weld a gas. This is a gas line. So we got 2 pieces of pipe here, and this is the end product that we're going for right here. We're going to use this machine right down here and show you how we do it. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm putting in the 2 pieces of pipe that I would like to join. So we're locking it in both sides. Great, locking it in here in both sides. So we are in there. And the first step to do this is you want the pipe cut squarely. So we're going to use this machine here. We're going to place it in lightly. Place it in lightly into the middle. after that, switch it on there, and this is gonna cut the pipe squarely while it just puts it on. Just cutting it squarely there. See what's going on there. So now it's good to go. So lift this off here. Good. Take off the bird. Now, as y'all can see, when I push this together now, you can barely see just a hairline of how it is. So this is a pipe that's cut squarely. I'm gonna release that there now. And now I'm gonna come with the second step. This is the heating tool. This is basically we plugged in this machine over here and it heats up in the middle. And I'm gonna do the same procedure. I'll push it in. I'm gonna melt both ends and create a little, what I call it, a little lip around both sides of the pipe. And when I see that little lip, it should probably take around, say, maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes or maybe a minute or so. I'm just melting up, putting pressure on the pipe and the heater at the same time. You see the two lips coming along, and that is what we call the fusion between the two pipes to come together. As you can see, it's already starting to form. Together now, squeeze it on for about 20 seconds. This is the third step, the third and final step. Applying pressure on the fusion joint for about 20 seconds and let it all melt down and dry. And when this comes together, you will have yourself a fusion jointed gas line pipe. Take out the pipe here, and this is the finished product. It's still a little warm. As you can see, both sides are melted into each other. And this is what you call a fusion welded. And this joint is stronger than the pipe itself. So if you try and break this joint, the pipe will break before the joint. There you have it. Alright, so to get involved in this course that I'm doing here, you don't really need much. You can start by going on polytechnicsjpa.com, their website. You can pick their courses, see all the courses that they have, go online, you pick plumbing, and what you need to apply is simply to fill out the form with your information, personal information, yeah. And you don't necessarily need any CXCs per se except for Maths and English. And if you don't have Maths and English, there are exams with both Maths and English that SJPA will give you, so you can set. And if you pass those, well, you go through. You can do it.
Hi, I'm Denise Boxell, and I'm the architectural drafting instructor at the SJPI. At the SJPI, we have two drafting programs, architectural drafting and structural drafting. And the main instructor on the architectural drafting program. On this program, we try to equip students with fundamental skills for the drafting industry as well as for the construction industry. So when you finish with our program, we would have developed you in such a way that you could work within the drafting environment the architectural technology environment, or the construction industry. In fact, a lot of students use our program as a base for branching out into other disciplines as well. So as the base of our program, we teach you the underpinning or underlying knowledge, a lot of fundamentals, and the program is broad-based. Besides the CAD drafting, which entails both 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional drawing, aiming to develop student skills in doing construction drawings as well as developing 3-dimensional thinking skills and mathematical skills and other associated skills as well. So we teach CAD. We also do architectural detail and planning. There is a land surveying component to the program. There is a quantity surveying component to the program. Students do mathematics. Students do other general skills. We teach building construction theory and materials theory to create a well-rounded student that is equipped both for the present and for the future.